Ladies and gentlemen. Hello! I am Greg Tito, editor-in-chief of The Escapist, and I am here in the middle of an epic battle in Civilization 5. I am playing who we like to call Josh Vanderwall, managing editor of The Escapist, and we are locked in a desperate duel. US versus Germany, B-17 unique unit versus panzer tanks. We started this battle on Friday. During our regular stream, we played for about 2 hours. Good evening, Actress Courtney. Good to see you. And it's good to see you again. I think you were actually here for our last stream. And we are taking it up again. So I am playing the US. I am in blue. Josh Vanderwall is in gray. He is Germany. And he had just rolled up with a whole bunch of panzer tanks right as we called time, right as we were ready to go. So I'm going to continue, give some promotions. I had just started building up my army. This one, artillery is able to be promoted. He's going to move to there. Washington. See, now, should I build... I just got to go with more B-17s. It is the most important thing to have at this point. Because, you see, there is going to be lots of attacking land units. It's the only way I'm going to really be able to survive. Actually, I don't need a rebase. The good thing about the B-17 is that they're just a lot stronger. And this one is going to go after this land guy here. Okay, my artillery is going to move up. I'm going to see if I can set and fire, which I can. And should I go after a ship? The bad part about the ship is that he will be able to... This is a destroyer. So in Brave New World, Civilization 5, they split up the way that naval units work. So there's ranged naval units in the modern era, like battleship. As well as destroyer, which are melee naval ships, and they're the first time that you are able to conquer a city by using a naval unit. To my knowledge, it has never been possible in Civilization, and I've played every one of them for thousands of hours. Okay, I had just built a destroyer there. I am going to see when attacking cities they have some plan, but I'm also going to get some mobility because that's important. Okay, I have some infantry who can withstand some of the punishments. This I'm gonna shift. I'm gonna keep. Oh, see, no, I don't want to do that. Actually, I do want to move him to there because I'm going to pop him. That's a great general who can use its special ability to create a citadel, which is a huge boon and bonus to defense, and also harms defensive units, enemy units near it. So if I pop it there, hopefully this can withstand another attack from the from the panzer tank. I'm going to take out this panzer there. Oh, or at least try to. I can't believe that didn't work. He's got like 1 hit point left. That's terrible. This guy was good enough to survive, and hopefully he can heal up quickly to be a part of this fight. I'm going to be building all bombers this time around because bombers are very important. All right, so my turn is finally finished, so I can talk a little bit without being distracted. What happened last time was we started in the modern era. We're doing no barbarians, no city-states, so it is a true 1v1 duel on a dual Pangea map. So it's just me and Josh and our military prowess. I'm not going to be able to really get into a science victory or a culture victory or even a diplomatic victory because there's just the two of us. So this is a straight-up wartime battle. In the modern era, so you start with 3 settlers and about 5 riflemen, I believe. And I started in this area here, and I moved my settler in this direction and encountered Josh's forces, and they took out my settler. So I immediately was down very much so in the early going because I did not create a new city, a third city for a long time. Eventually I do now have 4 cities, and especially one in this important chokehold area here. But that was a slow going, and I've been now pretty much building up a wonderful production, so I'm able to build a bomber in 2 turns in most of my cities and a bomber in 1 turn in my capital. So I think I'm going to be pretty good as far as air superiority goes as soon as more of these bombers keep coming out. I rushed in science to flight, and then of course the advanced flight after that. I forget what it's called. I think it's ballistics, which allowed me to radar actually, which allowed me to build bombers and get to the unique unit of the B-17 for the U.S., which is a huge boon early on. It's basically better against being intercepted. So even though it's possible that Josh is going to build some anti-aircraft guns, and probably maybe some fighters, my bombers are not going to be as susceptible to it. So we're waiting for Josh to make his turn. Now that he declared war on me very early so he could take that settler, and we're using the hybrid model in multiplayer Civ 5 for taking turns, so that if we're at peace, we can take turns simultaneously, which allows for a much quicker game to go by. But as soon as 2 human players, like me and Josh, are in conflict and have direct war, the turns go consequentially, so that his units are not moving the same time as my units, and we don't get some conflicts that way and make it essentially a reflex game, which is not ideal for Civilization. It's a turn-based game, it's a strategy game. You're supposed to be able to think and consider about your moves rather than be the first person to click on a tile or that kind of thing. So we'll see how this goes. Josh is considering his moves now and probably picking them right now. I have an extra spy here, which I forgot to move. I was able to get, I've scouted out 2 of his cities. So I have a spy in Berlin and a spy in Hamburg. That's why you can see this symbol there. It means that I have a spy in there. Okay, and he's made his turn. And, he's looking like he's moving more destroyers around. Interesting. So I have my carriers here. Ooh, and he's got a... That's very interesting. All right, so I'm going to try and get him to it. Yep, there you go. You're going to die, I think, if I can get my sub down there. And I can. I destroyed his sub in 1 turn. That's always good. But my destroyer took some beating. So I'm going to move him back and heal him up. I'm going to move my carrier back because clearly he's trying to move around in this direction, but I've got some naval areas there to be. Okay, so I'm gonna pop this, which will give me a huge advantage. I'm gonna move. Okay, so a citadel is essentially, it looks like this big star fort here, and it gives a huge defensive bonus, as I said in here. So I'm gonna put my Great War infantry and fortify it. So hopefully that will be able to withstand some of the panzers there. And then also we have some anti-aircraft guns. He finally did move them up, which is smart. I am... okay, so I'm not really sure what his plan is here. If he's going to continue to attack, but I can harry him as much as I can. And I do not like those destroyers there, so I'm going to try and get rid of those as much as possible. This is now my territory, because one thing that the Citadel does, it expands your borders. So I'm going to expand that as much as possible. And let's see, this... I'm going to continue to bombard there. I have another B-17, which is going to take out his ships. Hopefully the ship will be destroyed there. Yes, it is. He's got another one. Ooh, but I have a great person. I have a great scientist, which I'm going to just go ahead and proc to discover plastics. That is going to be big, because I can actually use that to upgrade my people to... Oh, I should have done that there. That would have been much better, but I screwed up. Let's see. Can I move that to there and get a shot off? I don't think I can. I think once I set up for range attack, yeah, that's gonna do that. Well, that's fine. I'm going to have an extra attack with that. I'm going to take out that Panzer. Bye-bye, Panzer. And let's see, do I have another? Oh no, I used up both of my B-17s there. Choosing production. Now, this is the high... do I want to go with a factory there, or military base would give me more hit points? I think a factory will give me a little bit more options there, and I can do that in 4 turns, which will be a little bit easier. Okay, Marine I don't need. Combined arms I don't really need, but yes, I do need that because I need that for anti-tank. And okay, so let's see here. What do I want to do? I think I have to proc this. So the way ideologies work is they're similar to social policies, which in Civ 5 Vanilla allowed you to get bonuses such as honor, which is about warfare, which is probably something I should start investing in as well. But ideologies are much bigger things. So I've been kind of getting a lot of the military units, a lot more, because I have the autocracy, not freedom. I have autocracy. These two are not important whatsoever. Tourism is not going to become important, and influence with city-states is not going to be important. But this, plus 25 attack bonus to all military units for the first 50 turns. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and do this because 50 turns is going to be a lifetime here. So that is going to become in a lot of handy. I'm going to do East India Company, even though it's not really that important. Having more gold to upgrade my units at this point is going to be much better. And that's it. I'm done. All right. I got a little bit. I stopped his advance here. I'm going to try and upgrade this infantry as much as possible. This panzer, he's wounded here, so he probably won't be able to punch through with these amount of panzers anytime soon. Plus with my my bonus, that's going to be big. I should have procced that first. I might have been able to take out some more of these guys, but that'll be helpful no matter what. And then having more artillery to be able to guard my coasts is good. And these B-17s, once they're built next turn, will be hugely important. So I'm interested to see if this is his big push. With these panzers, I can't see very far. Obviously, line of sight is an issue when playing in multiplayer. I can only see 2 tiles this way, so I'm going to start to do some scouting. Would be a lot better. How are you guys doing in the chat? You guys is having a good Monday so far. It's a little bit late in the day for me on Eastern time, but we're doing all right. We'll go as long as we can until we destroy and kill Josh, the evil German, because you see, he cannot be allowed to survive. Once I actually do, I do stabilize my front, I want to start and get another city down here to try and get all of this as well. This would be a good growth city on the river. Get some wine, which I think I already have up here. Yes, I do. So having an extra wine won't really do very much. But this oil is going to become important because I've got this one here. And once I start building all of these naval units. Janelle Bonanno was editor-in-chief of Gamefront, was just looking at my screen trying to see what my strategy is because she's married to Josh Vanderwall, the managing editor of The Escapist, and I think she might be trying to give some secrets away, if you know what I mean, so I gotta keep that on the DL. Alright, what do you guys think? Am I doing something wrong? Yeah, those are gloaming ducks. Those are anti-aircraft units. That's correct. He was smart and brought those in, but hopefully I was able to get in enough hits before that happened, and I actually, it might be smart of me to, oh, I forgot my spy again. It might be smart of me to build some fighters. Even though B-17s do get away with some interceptors, they don't get injured as quite as quickly as regular bombers. Having some fighters to do some air sweeps to get rid of the anti-aircraft fire would be a big help, I think. So what do you guys think? Do you think I'm doing anything wrong? Is there anything I should be doing differently here in my battle against the German Panzer advance? feel free to sound off. The one downfall of having these sequential turns is, of course, that it takes a long time, especially in war when we have so many moving pieces and so many moving parts. It takes a while to really make sure you're moving all the right pieces exactly how you want them to be moved, if you know what I mean. One thing I am disappointed with Civ 5, as opposed to earlier versions of Civilization, is that you can't bombard land improvements. You can only pillage them. So, for example, if I had a battleship that was near here in previous versions of Civilization, I'd be able to like bombard this road or bombard this manufactory if I was playing the Germans, obviously. And that would be a significant blow to the economy and the logistics of my enemy. But you can't do that, even with bombers in Civ 5. The only way you can destroy land improvements like this is to have an opposing force, ground force there and pillage. Now, you can also gain hit points from pillaging, which is, I think, is a really neat addition to that whole system, so that if your units are in enemy territory and are low on hit points, like for example these infantry units are, you can pillage and therefore gain 20 hit points, I believe it is, if you pillage correctly. So that seems to model the way that modern warfare, or any warfare, really works, where opposing units in enemy territory would, kind of live off the land and deny resources from their enemies. And it looks like he's pulling back. Wow, interesting. So Josh's advance and his general here seems to have been stymied. I'm not sure if that's good or bad, given what he could possibly do. And because I procced my scientist, I got a huge amount of science. And so I discovered combined arms very quickly. And it looks like I can get another one fairly quickly as well. And while atomic theory is certainly attractive, oh man, that's really attractive. I think I'm going to go for rocketry, because having rocket infantry, rocket artillery is a huge advance over just normal artillery. Even though artillery is great, having that rocket artillery is amazing. And this unit is able to be promoted. So I'm going to going against cities is great. Ooh, but against armor units, when he's doing mostly armor units, is also going to be very, very important. So let's. I don't think I'll be able to attack him in any way, so I'm going to move. This is the rebasing action, which moves them to a different city base. This artillery unit is able to be promoted too, which is great. I am going to do that against cover, because generally those units are the first that are in the line of fire. He's going to try and heal up. He will be left in reserve, and I'm going to again upgrade that unit to be an effective fighter. Okay, I'm going to put this artillery here. And see how that guy does, because it looks like his destroyer wisely got away from my. Jeez. I think I'm going to actually need a lot more firepower in the water. So even though I have a lot of naval units out here, I am going to search for more. And then I'm also going to see if I can get to the other side here. And I'm going to put this B-17, even though operational range is going to be important, as well as strength versus cities. These are the interesting decisions that Sid Meier thinks is very important in civilization games, and these are tough ones because these are all going to be very important bonuses. But being able to get a plus 33 and then another plus 33 versus, but see, this is also going to heal every turn. Oh man, healing every turn, even when you're performing an action, is a huge benefit to a bomber unit. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do that for both of them. Because, you see, the strength in a bomber is being able to, every turn, deal some damage. That is already doing that. I'm going to move up this artillery to here. And I'm going to use the spy before I forget. This spy, I'm going to move it to shoot. Well, I don't know his other cities, so I'm going to try and use it defensively there. And we'll put that artillery unit there so that it can protect. You know, and then if he's leaving this wide open, actually, that was pretty silly. I just basically lost my worker by doing that, but you know, let's see if he actually takes the bait and moves in there, and then I'll be able to kill that infantry as well. So, go ahead, buddy. Move it forward. And can I use this to attack? Yes, I can. You're dead. This is probably better off healing this artillery, especially before I get that. I'm going to leave that guy there. And my turn is over. So these units will heal, which is great because I'm in my own territory. So you saw they gained 25 hit points in my own territory. And that's an added 5 for being near this citadel. So again, these are defensive units, which are defensive structures, which are a huge bonus if you're playing defensively, like I am here in this little scenario here. And he's got helicopter gunships. Oh, that's not going to be very much use. I've not really used helicopters very much. Oh, he's building a carrier there too, huh? That's very interesting. So he's got the other idea of going this way as well, which is going to become very interesting when I try to get naval superiority. This battleship is being built. He has a destroyer somewhere up here, which I don't think I'm going to be able to get to. But I would like to have more defense for Washington proper. Obviously, the bombers that are here will be able to do quite a bit of damage, and they will be in that area as well. But it's a little bit vulnerable. I'm not going to lie. That is vulnerable. Yeah, Vivian Tar, I don't think I've ever used choppers, at least effectively. I've built them and attacked with them, but they're just too weak of a unit, I feel, for their investment. I'm not really sure what their use is. Maybe you guys in the chat, if you've ever used a chopper. Oh, you've used it to get into a city-state that was behind mountains. Yeah, that makes sense, but still very situational. They have a large amount of movement, so they can go, 8 or so spaces. So it's kind of like an advanced cavalry unit. But if you're investing in tanks, you don't really need that much mobility. It's good to have for quick strikes. But the way that my modern battles or wars have begun in civilization, I never need that much of an advantage. Then again, I've never played against a human player in the modern era. This is the first time I've done that, so it could be interesting. Maybe we will need to build helicopters, and maybe Josh is building a helicopter here is important. I'm not sure. Yeah, I guess that's true. So you can attack over that, but don't they take damage if they stay on a mountaintop? Is that their shtick? So I guess you could attack and then retreat over a mountain, which I guess does have a use, especially in this area. It might actually be useful here when I start assaulting Berlin, which I will be. Okay, so for you guys just joining, I am Greg Tito, editor-in-chief of The Escapist. We are playing Civilization 5. This is a dual map with just two civilizations. Mine, the Americans, go USA, 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 versus the Germans, played by Josh Vanderwall. We started with a modern era start. So even though this turn counter says 258 turns, we've only played 58 of them. Early on in the modern start, you start with 3 settlers and 5 riflemen. I founded Washington and New York and used my 3rd settler to scout, hopefully to try and get a chokehold city here. But Josh Vanderwall discovered me, declared war, and killed my poor settler. And ever since then, we've been locked in a struggle back and forth, kind of being a jerk about it. He built a whole lot of panzers, whole lot of attacking units, and it's been pretty much a battleground here to see who can survive. Interestingly, I just saw a ship go this way, so it looks like he's trying to land forces over here. Interesting. I'm not going to let him do that, and I'm going to put a scouting unit down here. And it was just through my keen eye that I was able to see that. Okay, this artillery. Can I actually make it against that? No, I can hit there. I can hit that guy, which I'm gonna do. And this guy can hit there on the gunship, but the gunship is a 78. That's pretty strong. I'm still gonna go there, and then I'm gonna see what my B-17 will do. So, well, that's not too bad. But it's more important for me to take out his units. And I was going to try and build a fort here. A fortification, but he will just be able to attack directly with that. Oh, but that I should have at least fired my artillery, but I wasn't able to. Okay, my battleship. Now, bombardment of land units is going to be important, and the mobility is also going to be important in this scenario. Oh. Interesting. He's got 2 units right here. And I really wish I'd had B-17s I could use to attack them. I'm going to move my battleship right back in there because I don't want it to be vulnerable to attack. And a submarine is going to be the only thing that'll give me some naval superiority there. Alright, well, that guy's there. I'm really reluctant to move that carrier until I know more of the plan over here. Alright, well that is going to be his 3rd city, it looks like. You know what? I'm going to use this. See, the problem with I want to build a railroad, but the problem with that is that it's going to take up basically all of my profits here, so I don't want to do that really. So I'm going to upgrade there, and just hold steady, and oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move. This is dangerous, but I need to be able to use those. If I'm not gonna be able to use those B-17s. All right. Well, I'll hopefully be able to rebase to there. I see in multiplayer. I really wish I could click on units and give you guys some background. No, I've never actually heard of Anselton. Is he another streamer? Anselon? Is that how you pronounce that? Ansleon? I don't know. But thanks, Swiftar. I'll check him out. Hopefully I'll start watching him when I'm not streaming right now. But I love people playing more Civ 5. good to hear that there's more strategy game players out there. I'm a big fan of strategy games and how good they can be. All right, so this Great War infantry is moving this away to see if there's going to be any landings over here. If so, I might have to investigate my usefulness in this front right here. But so far, this front is holding steady. Doesn't look like his panzers are advancing anymore. If I were him, I'd probably start going this way. So that's why it's good that I'm scouting out this area here. But I don't have really huge amount of naval forces. And I'm hoping that this submarine, this battleship, and these two B-17s will be able to do that. And yes, of course, settling would be great, but I don't know if I want to waste cycles on settlers right now. If I had a lot more money, I would just buy a settler and have that go, but money has been in a premium, especially for upgrading of units at this point. But thanks for the suggestion, Josh. That's a good suggestion. Hi, Big Mike. How you doing? What's going on? I am, for those of you who are just joining, looks like we got a whole bunch of new watchers. I am Greg Tito, editor-in-chief of The Escapist. Hello. This is The Escapist Magazine Twitch channel. If you like what you're seeing so far, please go ahead and subscribe to our streaming. We do special streamings like this on Monday. Tuesday, we have Jim Sterling doing Gym Tour activity at 1 p.m. on Eastern Time. We're also playing Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition in the starter set with John Bolding, our tabletop editor, as DM. Me, I'm a player in that as well. I'm playing an elf wizard who's kind of an awesome asshole. And we have Paul Goodman and Justin Klaus also rounding out the party there as a human noble who's kind of pompous and an asshole, and a dwarf, taciturn dwarf cleric who is also kind of an asshole. So we got a lot of assholes and it's a lot of fun, so you could go check that out. We stream on Wednesdays or Thursdays generally for D&D 5th edition. We have 3 sessions already in the bag. Unfortunately, our second session got lost, but you can check out our first and third session in the highlights of our channel if you're interested in that. We also stream every Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time for all kinds of different games, sometimes strategy games, Hearthstone, sometimes tactical games, sometimes shooters, new releases. There hasn't been a lot of new AAA releases in the last couple months, so we're concentrating on older things or some independent titles, which are tons of fun. Paul Goodman does a lot of streaming for us, as does Josh Vanderwall, our managing editor, who I'm now playing against in this Civ 5 Duel. And he's playing the Germans because he is what we like to refer to as racist. Well, not racist, really, but he's just German. Apologies to Germans out there. That was a bad joke. But, you know, go America. At least in this game. Who's rooting for editor-in-chief Greg Tito to take out Josh Vanderwall in the chat? Just let me know. All right, and that's a good idea, Drink Jawa, to harass his hidden city. That is a very good idea. I just need to start building up some land forces because I don't want to pull away anything from the front because that'll definitely telegraph at least what I'm doing. So once I get kind of air superiority and some naval superiority, I'm going to start building a lot more ground units. That, of course, will eat into my surplus of money here, which is, you know, tenuous at best with earning 20 gold per turn. But that is a great idea. The cool thing, though, with Civilization 5... Oh! Looks like he attacked anyway. Panzer attacked. What? Oh my gosh, did he land panzers over here? He did, in fact, land panzers over there. Alright, so that was important. Alright, so the only guys that I can actually get to over there are my... Okay, can I take him out there? I did take out one panzer, that's good. And I'm gonna redirect this artillery unit to over here. Josh, you are a tricksy one. But, admittedly, I kind of saw that coming. Alright, I'm going to move that artillery that way. This submarine is going to take out his submarine, I think. If I can make it happen. Oh, but there's a lot of destroyers there. But taking out his submarine is going to be much more useful. Oh man, this is a hard call right here. I think in this case, I really want to take out his naval units because that's the kind of guy I am. Oh, not enough. Not enough. What about this one? Can I get that far? I can! Excellent. Alright, well, I'm going to do City Siege and then do that because it's more... I don't want too many specialized units, so I'm going to take out that one there. Great. Oh, and I discovered rocketry, yes. So, let's go ahead and up... Oh, I can't. I need 70 gold and aluminum. Do I have any aluminum? Oh, no. I don't think I've even discovered aluminum yet. Let's see. So aluminum, what? Aluminum is a strategic resource. And what is that discovered with? I usually just have it, so I'm kind of at a disadvantage as far as building those things. Oh, aluminum is electricity. Oh my gosh, I don't have aluminum. That is going to be terrible, at least until I can get a recycling. Recycling is a... Alright, well, that's kind of what I have to go towards then. Recycling center provides aluminum. So I need to go there as quickly as possible. Because that is going to be terrible. Not having the ability. And of course, more B-17s here. And oh god, I can build this stuff so fast, but I think a tank is actually in order now, so that I can quickly counter these panzers that are landing over in this area. All right, that guy's going to continue to. I think I need to start fortifying this front a little bit more. You're going to stay there. All right, and this. There's Munich. Well, I'm going to move my spy, which was being defensive, and move it to Munich to see what happens there. Let's see, that guy will go there. I'm gonna need, let's see if I can kind of hide this carrier over here. Hopefully he won't notice it this far away. But oh shoot, I moved my submarine, so I'm not actually able to attack there, which is probably good because I would have given my position away. Hey guys, so yeah, no, the way that works is that the I don't have line of sight over there, so that submarine is so far away that I don't have I can't see that far. I only have a vision of 2 tiles with this submarine, so you need to be able to see something in order to target it. So having my sub is there is great, but I need to be able to take it out. So I'm waiting for players here. These guys were able to heal up, so this front is certainly intact. He's trying to sneak panzers over here like I discovered before. So hopefully, I think with this, I might lose this Great War infantry from this panzer attack, but then I'll move this infantry this way and then be able to attack with my B-17s that are remaining there. And then this tank will be able to come down and probably add some support as well. And then after that, I think I really do need to move my... I'm going to get a settler in here and kind of round out this. All right. Oof, what's not good? Alpha door, what's not good? This is going to be interesting. He's got to make some tough calls here. I'm not really sure which direction he's going in. But this was pretty much my plan, was to get up to B-17s and build as many bombers as I possibly could to try and gain air superiority, which so far seems to be working as far as thwarting his panzer push towards my cities. He's going to need a lot more concentrated firepower in Philadelphia and or the lower front if he wants to be able to help out there. But it looks like I have line of sight on three of his cities. I'm not sure if he has any more. Early on, Josh concentrated on building lots of wonders, which certainly helped him. There was Brandenburg Gate and some others, which were great, but I don't think are going to be enough to really turn the tide. I do almost always play without the resources overlay on. It's only really when I'm searching for resources. Okay, so yeah, my Great War Infantry was taken out like I predicted. Enemy is near. Okay. My submarine sustained some damage, but he will be able to do some... Yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead. Oh, that's a destroyer. And that took him out pretty quickly. That was great. My tank! Always better on rough terrain, personally. Let's see what's over here. It's just that guy. So I am going to soften him up a little bit and then come in with my tank. Able to take him out. This panzer is going to retaliate, probably. Of course it is, but doesn't look like there's anything else. So this is really the only one. Oh, and his gunships are coming around. I see. That's what he's using those for, which is not a terrible idea. Ooh, oh my gosh, they don't do very well against those at all. So this is where my artillery is going to become very, very useless. Until at least I get that aluminum that I needed. Oh, come on, really? Okay. At B-17, what is he gonna do? What should I do with that guy? Should I go after... or go after that panzer? Really not sure. Well, I'm gonna do the best I can to take that guy out. Ooh, and that's gonna help out. Oh, I'm gonna do that. Heal every turn, because healing is good. Okay. Okay. And I'm gonna move that guy to there. Whoa, wow, that went the other way. Not what I was expecting. Okay. Do I want to start bombarding? Well, yes, what the fuck. Yes, yes! All right, he's going to have a hard time finding out where I am if he realizes what's happening at all, which is just the way I want to. Oh, good, my factory was built. So with that factory built, what do I want to do here? Well, bank is always good because that'll increase the money, which is getting better. But I really need to get to something that will help with research. But on the other hand, I also need some infantry on the ground. All right, well, let's see what happens here. I was able to repel this attack here pretty well. He could certainly take out these artillery, which is probably what I would do. Not a bad idea. He could also make a break for it and try to take out the submarine, but I don't think he can see it anymore because there's no naval units up there, I think. So, this is going to be interesting. For those of you counting points at home, I have pulled ahead in the points right here, which is kind of silly and kind of a misnomer. It comes from a combination of a whole bunch of things. Cities, population, land, wonders, technology. It's a good way to figure out how far behind I am in technology. It looks like I'm only one farther along in the tech tree than he is. He's concentrated in different techs, obviously, because that's the way how he rolls. Yes, Vivian Tara, I have points. So, hello, good to meet you guys. I am Greg Tito, editor-in-chief of The Escapist, and I am playing Civilization 5 against Josh Vanderwall. I am America, and yes, Sarah LaBouffe is here in the Twitch chat. Hello, Sarah, how you doing? Go Philadelphia. Philadelphia is now my battleground state, as Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania is not really a battleground state, but it is right now because the Germans are trying to invade it. And we are going to repel them as much as possible. I am building a fortress here to kind of aid in the frontline attacks that he could possibly be leveling at me. While I'm going to actually concentrate over here on this side. I don't think he's really aware that I could take his city this quickly. I have 3 bombers on this aircraft carrier right here. Which can lower his right here, and then this destroyer, which is a new addition in Civilization 5 Brave New World, is that, again, melee ships can take over cities with no infantry needed whatsoever. So coastline cities are actually pretty vulnerable to a strong navy, especially one that's in combined forces, like I have here. So I have a carrier, I have a destroyer, and I have a submarine. Now, a submarine's able to sneak in and get line of sight on Munich, and then use my B-17s stationed on this carrier to strike here at his flank, and then hopefully I can sneak in the destroyer and take that city without him even knowing where my navy is stationed. That's the plan anyway. And here I took out his 2 destroyers that were up here, and I'm going to move my submarine back into here to heal while moving my battleship around to actually aid some more. Get some more firepower over there, because I think these 2 bombers stationed here will be able to handle most of any attacks he comes out from this inland sea over here, or this northern bay that is created in this random map. And, ooh, he's got a destroyer over there. Well, that's not going to be very much help. I'm not really sure what that is doing there. Maybe he's just, Josh is trying to discover what's down here. Maybe he doesn't actually even know. Philadelphia is doing really well, the Wanderer. We have, it's good to see you again. I remember I recognize you from from last Friday's stream. Philadelphia did really well. He came in with a whole bunch of panzers and tried to blast through my lines. I popped my great general here to create a citadel to guard the lower flank. And so far, Philadelphia is holding steady. He tried to move in here with a amphibious attack. A group of panzers, and he's got a helicopter gunships in here. And he's trying to blitzkrieg, as he has been saying to me in the office all day long. All right, so a couple city things were killed, and he did, in fact, take out those roads, which I was talking about before, about pillaging. Very smart, very good. He took out my tank, which I had gone after, which was also very smart of him. But on the whole, I think this is going to be a faulty offensive for him. Don't think it's going to really net him anything other than harrying my backside, which is not not terrible, obviously, but not really useful for him. All right. So, where to begin? I'm gonna move the battleship in this area. I don't see any other of his things, so I'm gonna start just going around trying to get him back to where he's useful. This artillery will set up here, attack that just to get rid of it. This submarine I'm going to move into there and I'll let him heal so that he becomes more of a usefulness. This anti-tank gun, I'm going to leave him in there. He's going to be a defensive unit, so I'm going to give him that. I'm going to leave that anti-tank gun in there. Okay. All right, let's try and do more of my offensive here. Okay. B-17. Attack from behind. He's clearly building some kind of backwards units, but that won't save him. Move that guy away. Doesn't look like there's anybody there. I'm gonna heal that guy. Interesting. This guy has against strength versus armor units, so I'm gonna do that. And he's also gonna heal because I don't really have any. Oh wait, no, I do have some targets because I can attack there. That guy's yellow, so I'm gonna I am gonna let him heal. That guy's gonna heal. He's there, so he's gonna heal. Better off moving that guy that way. Alright, so I can't actually take out this gunship. So this is where the harrying really does come in. Maybe you are correct. Oh, I see what he did. He pillaged there. That's actually very smart. Very, very smart. And I'm not able to get to there. Oh, that was very smart of him. I'm not gonna lie. And I don't have that many workers, so I'm going to move that guy there and make sure he doesn't get hurt. And he's also going to go for broke and try to take out this gunship, because that is actually going to come in very... And I'm just going to put that destroyer right there, because I believe in one turn I'll be able to come in there and take Munich. Well, now I kind of actually have to force the issue and attack there. So I'm going to do that, and that's where his other panzer is. That's important to note. Interesting. All right, well, infantry is needed. Infantry. No, I'm going to go with some tank. Oh, I can't because I don't have any. So infantry it is, I guess. Paratroopers are always fun, but not necessarily needed here. Let's see. Since he took out some of my artillery, I'm going to build some more there. All right, yes, and that city connection is definitely not doing too good. That's okay with me because I'm going to build a harbor, which actually should help that city connection. Very much so. Oh no! All right, well, you're about to, unless I can control it. So this is a weird bug, which happens if you start shifting this way during a multiplayer match. It will continue to turn the globe until the turn is over, so we're gonna have to be battling this whole time. Oh god, I can't do it. I can't do it. Ah! It's Superman is pushing it that way. It's pushing it that way. No, Superman, no! Oh god, it's making me dizzy. I wish we could get rid of this, but it won't stop. It won't stop. Yeah. All right. So yeah, this chat did go downhill pretty fast. All right. So while you guys are trying to reconnect to this, this is going to be fun. You guys are going to be in for a treat until Josh makes his turn, because I'm going to continue to go round and round, round and round. What goes around comes around. Oh my God, this is actually really is making me dizzy, which is terrible. Okay, so for those of you guys just joining us and don't know what the hell's going on, I moved my cursor to the right side of civilization, which usually pans the map one way, and then the turn went forward, which means I'm permanently stuck in this movement of the map going that way. And the only way to combat it really is to kind of slowly tell the game to go the other way. So if you're wondering what the hell is happening, that's what's happening. And we may have lost the stream, so you may not even see most of this, because we're reloading video here. If you guys like what we're seeing, other than this dizzifying scan that you've got going on here, please feel free to join us every day. Every day we'll be streaming something, or trying to anyway, here at the Escapist Bunker. Also joined by Jim Sterling on Tuesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, that is. He does gym interactivity, usually focusing on Steam games that may not make the cut as far as quality goes. It's really amazing what Jim is able to dig up on Steam as an advocate for consumerism. But this is getting ridiculous. I can still play. Don't worry about that. I can still play this way. But it's going to stop as soon as it's my turn, I think. I hope. Just Josh needs to make his move. Make your move, Joshua. Oh, God. It should totally be a new game mode. Like, can you deal with the spin? Can you do it? Can you not throw up everywhere with the spin? Hey, Praetor, good to see you again. Let me give you the quick précis. Josh had his panzers attack Philadelphia over in here. I procced my great general for a citadel, which you can kind of see if it's stopping, if I can stop it moving for long enough. Oh, come on, Josh. Make your turn. So I was able to stop his front line. He tried to go in around the south with a panzer and helicopter offensive. So far, I've took out most of his units, but he does have a panzer and a helicopter gunship over here that is able to harry my side, and he took out my one oil well. So all of my oil units are now at a deficit as far as combat strength goes, until I can rebuild that oil well, which was actually really smart of him. And there was a change in the magnetic poles, which means that I'm turning the globe. It's going on. I'm done fighting it. I'm done fighting it until Josh makes his turn. Because, gosh, this is terrible. Don't stare directly at the map, or you may throw up. And if you're going to spew, spew into this. Please, for the love of all that's holy. Wait, don't spew into that. That's disgusting. Gross. Gross! Ah! If I could turn back time. I'm basically just going to be... Okay, there we go. Oh, my God, that was close. Oh, we took out some farms. Josh took out some farms. The poor guy. Alright, so I'm going to go... Alright, now that I can do things. Let's see. I'm going to... course try to... Oh, geez, that would really... Oh, because I have the... Oh, man, that stinks. That stinks a lot, this resource penalty. I am, not gonna lie, I'm a little bit screwed until I can kill off that frickin' gunship. Can I... Okay, he's actually in open terrain, and I'm going to try and get as much bonus as I can. Oh, I didn't have to move that, but I did. Yeah, I can't move my guys into being anywhere near usefulness. So this sucks. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to move that guy around. Yep, Josh, I have to hand it to him. Having that level of being able to punch through and harry my backside here has been terrible for me. That was a smart move, my friend. It has let you be okay, so he's got an anti-aircraft gun in there. And let's see what would actually happen if I went in here. Not terrible. Let's see. It died. Yeah, no, do not do. No more. No more. No mas. All right, I think I've stymied his attack here, but what I really need to do is move forces away from that line as much as I can, and I actually need to get that unit over there. If he's smart, he would attack it, but I don't think he's going to, or I'm betting that he won't anyway. Go ahead and try and not gonna do that. Choose production. All right. Well, having some backline here in infantry is actually going to be very helpful. So I'm going to build more of those. He already attacked, and now I'm waiting again for Josh. Oh man, so probably what's going to happen here, if I were to predict, he's going to continue to harry me and gain, as I said before, pillaging increases the HP, so that actually lets him survive as long as possible, which is going to be crappy for me. I'm not going to lie. That's really shitty. I lost to B-17 here. These guys are going to get some more... They're going to try to heal from far away. This battleship is going to help out, but again, it's losing in things. So actually, once I get my oil back, I'm going to have to build some fighters so that I can get rid of its the defenses from the anti-aircraft gun. Or at least try to soak them up with a fighter rather than my very valuable bombers. Even though I can build them all in like one turn at this point. Still, it will be helpful not having that going on. I didn't build SAMs because they only defend against bombing raids, which I don't think he's building any bombers. So, you know, in all honesty, he should be building SAMs, surface-to-air missiles units, and not I. So that won't help. What I do need to do is get something so I can take out these gunships. Sea units won't really take care of the anti-air because they just would bombard. So they reduce the hit points of the city, which will allow me to take it, but they won't take up the attacks of the anti-air units. And usually units that are stationed within the city they don't take very much damage from bombardment of the city itself. They take some, not a lot, but it's very difficult to kill the unit in the city without taking the city itself. That's pretty much the way to do it. Yeah, you're probably right, actually. I probably should have moved this guy back to take out that chopper. That would have been very smart. But alas, I did not, sadly. And my wife is calling me now. I don't think she knows that I'm in a stream, so I'm going to try and text her. We shall see about that. But feel free to let me know other things I could have done differently, because I may not have made the best choice as far as any of my choices here. I'm not saying, even though I do play a lot of Civilization, again, this is my first time playing in such a compact, modern era start. So we're definitely learning a lot here, Josh and I. We've both played a lot of single player, but multiplayer against a human is very different. Obviously, the artificial intelligence is artificial and not really intelligent. So, you know, we shall see. For those of you guys just joining us, I am Greg Tito, Editor-in-Chief of The Escapist. Hello! I am locked in a duel with Josh Vanderwall, Managing Editor of The Escapist. Yeah, I probably should. That's a good call, whoever said that. Yes, it's probably Paul or Justin is talking in the chat as Escapist Magazine. Probably should have said that. I'd probably also get the kid on there too. Yeah. Hey honey, I'm working right now. Playing lots of games. Sorry about that. I'm trying to kill the Germans and make sure that America is the winner. America. Will do, you guys. I will let her know. So we're waiting for Josh here to make his move. We are in a multiplayer, so that means, and we're at war, so we're using the hybrid model of multiplayer for Civ 5, which means that when we're at peace, the turns happen simultaneously, so it goes a lot faster. Turns, you can move units, you're talking to each other, things happen at the same time. You don't have to wait as long for other players to make their moves. Once you go to war with a human player, though, however, in the hybrid mode, the turns go consequentially. So I'll move all my units and make all of my decisions, then it will be Josh's turn to make all of his moves, and excuse me, that's good because that means that it's a turn-based game. We don't have to worry about reflexes, excuse me, because that's not what Civilization is all about. It's not like trying to get there first or fastest. But that means that it goes very slow, especially when there's a lot at stake. So I'm sure Josh is trying to make sure he makes the best move that he possibly can. Oh, and this is what he does. Moved that guy there. Took out some things, made some stuff. Interesting moves all around. Again, yes, he did increase his HP, but I don't think that's going to be enough to make a big dent in what's happening. I'm going to attack there and then get rid of this freaking gunship. Alright, my anti-tank gun can't attack that guy, so that was actually pretty dumb. I might have used my other infantry to do that, but I think I have enough firepower to take out that panzer. So I'm actually going to move to there and fortify. Let's move that guy there. Seriously? Actually, I'm going to use this. Yes, yes. And then maybe attack from there. Yes. Oh, God, it didn't take him out, but I think I will be able to from here. Not that guy, though. Yes, that guy. All right, finally. I can stop being harried over there. All right. I'm going to move my battleship over here. Kind of try to recover from all of this terribleness that's been wreaked upon me. Heal. Keep that guy there, that guy there. Let's see. Anything happening up here? I just want to make sure I'm not being flanked in any way. Oh, hey, look at this. I got a Is there any unit or wonder I can build immediately? You know? Kind of have to think about this Manhattan project right here. Hmm. The thing is, I don't see any uranium. Have I? Oh, there's uranium right there. Excellent. Okay, but before I do that, I can steal a technology. He's got computers. Yes, I stole computers. Deal with it. Yeah, okay, so well, given that, I kind of have to do this. What? Why can't I do it? What? It won't let me rush that? It's so sad. Huh. I don't know what to do there. Well, time to build some units then. Yeah, so the Apollo program, or I'm sorry, the Manhattan Project will allow me to build nuke units, which I'm not sure I want to do right now, but it is tempting to try and take out Josh with a nuclear missile rather than try to make this go as long as it can. I'm going to move this guy to there in preparation for when I do have some more. And then I'm going to buy tiles before I can't buy tiles anymore. And get that oil well started on the next turn. That'll be good. I have to sign delegates. Historical landmarks. Do I really want him to have a standing? Why would he even do that? No, I'm going to just nay on that. Nay. Nay. All right. Great Firewall. Oh no. Well, I got my last. All right. So what the Great Firewall does is it prevents essentially tech stealing from happening, which is smart for him, for real. Yeah, maybe the turn limits is something that was necessary. I didn't think that Josh was going to have analysis paralysis as much as he has. But apparently he's very, very much considerate of everything. But maybe also, I don't know, maybe I am too. It's hard to tell when you're the one who's making the decisions from your end whether it is long or short or hard or whatever. Long and hard. Yes, I just said that on the stream. Sorry about that. Yeah, Pentagon. Might have been something that was something to do. We'll see if I can do that. I'm going to try and get this settler made. And also, I'm just tempted to actually use that manufacturer to rush something else. I don't know. I got to think about it. What else is it? See, I am annoyed. I'm not going to lie. I'm annoyed that in multiplayer, when it's not your turn, you can't interact with anything. You can't interact with the Civlopedia. I mean, that just seems like bad call. But, you know, I guess they assume once you're playing multiplayer that you know it all already, which is generally possible. Yeah, -9 per turn is a big ouch. I think it mostly stems from this right here, breaking this city connection was a big problem. But I did do a harbor, but maybe because I don't have a harbor here, there's no city connection, which is not good. So I'm gonna try and get Philadelphia connected once more, and hopefully that will alleviate it. Also, I've been building a lot of units, which add to my upkeep here, which is part of it as well. I am, for those of you who may be just joining us, I am Greg Tito, Editor-in-Chief of The Escapist. Hello. We are experiencing a little bit of a downtime there with the stream, but it seems to be back up. That's good. We are streaming a Civilization 5 duel between Josh and myself. I am playing as the US. Hello. I am blue. I am the best. Josh Vanderwall is playing as the Germans. And a quick recap of what's happened so far. So you start with 3 settlers, and I was able to move in here. Josh attacked me almost immediately and took out my 1 settler, and that set me back. But Philadelphia was able to be finally established and created a chokehold here, so he's not been able to push past it. He decided to do a different offensive this way, sneaking around the south. And I got most of his forces, but 1 helicopter gunship and a panzer tank was able to punch past my lines and started harrying my interior here by Washington before I took it out. And most importantly, it took out my oil well right here, which you can see I have a deficit of oil being used right here, which is no good. He also... oh, this road was also pillaged, which is a big problem. I didn't realize that was happening either. Well, that stinks. Alright, so now it's my turn. Okay, go back. Road, build a road, build a oil well. Oh, man. I didn't realize this is actually much more dangerous than I thought. And I guess you can't rush settlers, and you can't rush other things. That stinks. So my infantry are going to stay there. I'm going to build it. You know what? I don't want to build that. I need actually money more than I need anything else. Money, 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 money! Money! Since I've got a pretty good line here, he's going to stay there. That is going to help build that settler as quickly as possible. I'm going to keep that guy there. And you know what? I'm actually going to try and get this guy moving towards over here in case I wanted to do something fun that direction. These bombers are generally healed up. Okay. I'm just gonna have to attack that because why the frick not, wouldn't I? There we go. That destroyer is gone. He's gonna fortify there. This bomber's got actually nothing. Oh wait, I said I got nothing to do, but I could go there. But I'm gonna wait until I at least have some. You know what? It might be time to push forward here to see if I can harry him the way he's been harrying me. What do you guys think about that? Yes? No? Maybe so? It's the only way to go. That's not smart, even though I really want to. Oh, sorry. Okay, this artillery should move forward. As will this one. I'm not really sure if it'll come into play. That guy is doing fine. Promote unit. We'll do this guy. Get cover. And I'm bringing my battleship down also, which will be able to harry and help. That destroyer, not so much. Alright. So, public school, oh, that'll definitely help as far as... Oh, wait, I didn't really want to do a public school. And I can't change it now. Scheiße. Scheiße, I say. Yes, I am unhappy. I am unhappy. It's mostly because of all of the unhappiness that I have in my heart. Assault him from the northeast. Yeah, you think so? Up here? Yeah, that's not a terrible idea. Definitely want to start scouting it out to see what's going on. But we are still locked in this battle. It's quite a stalemate. I'm not sure if any of us has the upper hand right now. Clearly, him being able to harry my backside was terrible. But he's recovering, I believe, right now from all of his units being used. Otherwise, he would be coming right at me. But here, oh no, he's got modern armor. So he, in fact, did move forward quite a bit in technology, which is might be a huge hindrance to me. I wonder if he's got uranium near him, which will make things interesting once I actually do build the Manhattan Project. I think that's pretty much the way we're going here. The only way we can have parity is maybe to try and get some uranium. I've got 2 sources here, and with a small map, that might be the only sources available. But again, scouting the land up here to the north would confirm or deny that. And also might not be a terrible idea to build a city up here and try and get them out from the northeast, as you were saying. But this settler at least will go over here and see that. Of course, he's taking his turn. Guys, we may have to pause this again. I'm just giving you a warning. I don't think we're going to really get through to this. And yes, he's got an aluminum there. That's a good point. I wonder if he has more aluminum than that. He's got aluminum there. So I need to definitely restrict that as much as I can. But pushing forward with my infantry will definitely help. And he does still have that destroyer down there, but I think he moved his destroyer up, I think. Unless he built a new destroyer and then I just killed it. I'm not sure which one happened there. Rubber ducky, that's very, very important. I could harry his iron supply, which would really put a crimp in his swordsman building that I'm sure he is doing a lot right now. All right. This is going to get interesting. I think after I build this round of what I'm building here, I will again concentrate on the fighters that I need, and then I also need to get these dies into my territory. Okay, now it is my turn. Great. Oh, where did that gunship come from? Oh, he's concentrating hard on gunships, which in hindsight is not terrible. Not a terrible idea. Maybe I was wrong about the gunships. Those poor, poor gunships. Yeah. You think so?
I can't believe this is going on for 3 hours.
Oh, I totally can. And guys, just so you know, Josh Vanderwall is trying to cheat by coming in here and seeing what I'm doing.
Totally cheating.
Totally cheating.
This is me cheating.
He's trying to say we should stop and pick it up again at another time, which means he's basically conceding at this point.
Okay, something like that.
Yeah. Basically a concession that he doesn't think he's going to be able to win ever. Which is totally possible. All right, yeah, so after this turn, I think I will, in fact, try to save. An act world leader. Oh, man. How many? I got 3 turns left before that happens, before I can do anything down there. And maybe I should have been building a worker instead of a settler. That might be pretty dumb. This guy still can't rush that. which is shitty. He's gonna heal, because... Wait. Oh, so sneaky. I see what's going on. Well, I wish I had those B-17s back, but at least I got rid of that, those helicopters that were coming in. Ah! Well, you were trying to be sneaky there, sir. Not so sneaky now, are you? Shoot, that was really dumb. Now he might be able to attack that. Oh, I really wish I had seen that before. And that's not good. Also not good. Yeah, so so far his defenses, air defenses have been helpful. Alright, well I'm going to save the game. Because, unfortunately, we are at a time where we have to stop. Alright, so thank you guys for joining us. That was a lot of fun. We got to play for an hour and a half and do a little bit more of this duel. So far, we have a lot going on. It's a lot different from where we started, but still at a stalemate between our mighty nations. So we're going to end it here. Again, my name is Greg Tito. I'm editor-in-chief of The Escapist. I've been battling Josh Vanderwall here. You can follow me on Twitter at Greg Tito. Ask me any questions or give me any advice on how to defeat this wonderful, wonderful man who is trying to... Oh, and he's got a battleship there. Interesting. I just saw that happen. All right. Well, I am on the defensive. That's for sure. You can also follow Josh on Twitter. He is NKN, ENCAEN, and tell him what a wonderful job he is doing. And follow us on Twitter. If you guys like us, please subscribe to our channel. We'll do more stuff like this, or listen to you guys if you have suggestions of other games that you'd like to play. Let us know. But follow us. You'll get updates of when we're going live. We're going to start doing more special ones like this. Maybe pick up this battle next week. I'm actually out of the office for the next couple of days, but I'll be back in the office next week and be able to do more fighting between my friend Josh and his terrible German army, which is going to be annihilated sooner or later, as soon as I get that uranium anyway. Don't tell him that. All right, guys, you've been great. We're going to head off here, and it's been great playing with you, great chatting with you, and responding to you guys. And I hope you enjoyed what you see here. And again, follow us, and you'll get all of the stuff that you need to know about when The Escapist is broadcasting. Thank you guys very much, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.